YouTube. This is Dr. Wanda, and I'm seated with.
My name is Isaac Agosu.
Okay, so we wanted to have this talk about something that I've identified as the friendship tax.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is something that is a precautionary tale for people who would come here. I can only speak from the standpoint of being a Black American, that you would come here and you would begin to build relationships. So you would have people sort of reach out to you and say, hey, you know, I'd love to cook for you, or I would love to wash for you, or let me sew for you. And you believe that this exchange is basically two friends meeting up, sharing, getting together, and nothing more, nothing less. Mm-hmm. And you come to find out later that there was an expectation that you would give something monetarily.
Okay? This is something that we experience, but I cannot say that this is something like Ghanaians do. So I don't know, because there's an American tag on you. That is why people made a way like they want to get into you, or like make a way for them to have contact with you in the nice way, like, you know, they are doing everything for free. Then later on, like, they expect something from you.
See, I think he's never personally experienced it, because I'm the first American woman that has come here and been in a relationship with you.
Yeah.
But I would not go so far as to say that it's not anything that Ghanaians do. I think they do it. I think that there is, instead of seeing the idea of building a relationship with a new friend, sharing one another's cultures, getting to know one another, that as an American, I'm seeing as an opportunity. This is a great opportunity. And so on one hand, that's not so bad. Like, if you got somebody that has more money, more access, a larger network, connections, you know, this sort of like the way the world works. We want to know people that can help move us forward.
Yeah.
Where it becomes a problem is when you pretend, you cloak yourself as simply a friend. I'm the lady that comes with the pie from next door, and I'm offering it to your family as a welcoming, and then I find out later that, you know, this lady that gave this pie is actually in her room thinking to herself, I should have at least given her $1 peso. I should have given her something as appreciation. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I've coined it the friendship tax. I've had several exchanges, primarily with women, where I thought we were building a friendship. I thought this was, they came to me, they seemed to have a stronger rapport, they wanted to get to know me, they offered up certain gifts. You know, I would love to dash you a dress, I would love to help you with this or that, and I welcome it because, of course, I'm 6,000 miles away from home. I'm dealing with friends and families through my technology. I have my daughter with me. That's my daughter. But me and my daughter, that's mother and daughter. We're not best friends, comrades. We don't, you know, hang in the same places. So it felt good to have a nice, healthy adult exchange with a woman. And the fact that we come from different cultures, different socioeconomic backgrounds, it means nothing. At the end of the day, you're still just dealing with women. Yeah. So, yeah, I thought I was developing a friendship, later to learn that, yes, this person or persons have done these tasks for you with an expectation that you would give them some sort of financial blessing, even though they volunteered to do it.
For free.
Yeah. So I learned, and I want to tell, you know, because I get a lot of people who are interested in repatriating, or they send me messages. I want to tell you to, you know, walk softly and carry a big stick. That might not be as safe a turf as it appears to be. So where we at now is, and let me say this, with each situation, I've paid for my own cloth, I've paid for the food that was purchased for cooking, I've paid for the transport of the individual in and out, I've made them welcome to eat with me, so it isn't as if they cooked for me as chefs or sous chefs or whatever, and then they had to sit over in the corner and we ate and they didn't get anything. And even with my cloth, you know, like many of them have held on to the cloth and used the cloth to make them additional purses and dresses or whatever, which in the U.S. you give us back our cloth. Like we didn't give you.
I understand in Ghana too. They do. You have no right to keep the surplus.
The remnants. Yeah.
You have no right.
And I've never complained about it. It's like, okay, isn't that the cloth I bought? Wow. But I end up getting complaints about my own naivete, and with one particular person, when I was explaining to them that I did not understand, because to me, if there was anything involved in the finance, it was built into the gift. Do you understand? It wasn't as if that individual pulled from their pocket to pay for transport or to pay for the cloth themselves. If they had to pay for it and they called me, I immediately compensated them. So I thought that was enough. But what I learned later on was, no, you're an American girl. You are being taxed. There is no genuine friendship in that respect, but rather there is sort of, I don't even know what to call it. It's almost like a faux friendship. So nothing bad happened. There was nothing evil that happened, except to me, anytime you get a wolf in sheep's clothing, you're dealing with something that to me is evil. It's mean. It's a very low. It's on the scale of high quality character qualities. I find that to be low. To get in close with someone and to pretend like you're building a genuine friendship and break bread with them. My mother has always been very rule driven about her house. You couldn't have company. If you got up in there, there was a certain place you could sit. If she didn't like you, as soon as you left, she threw salt behind you, and I never understood a lot of her ritualistic sort of control ways. And now I'm getting older and I'm understanding her, that you bring people into close proximity into your home and you're engaging with them and you're laughing with them and eating with them and breaking bread with them. And there is a little bit of a Judas streak that is potentially present. Now, I've met some beautiful women here, so I don't want to give the impression that every woman that I've engaged with or chit-chatted with is cut from that cloth.
Yeah.
But also the women that I've met here where I haven't had those problems with, they actually have never crossed that threshold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of them have never actually come into my home. So the friendship tax.
Yeah, and this is what I would like to say. My wife is very generous, or how do I put it? You have to use the word very.
I was generous when I was 5. I've always been generous.
And this lady who was complaining like she was expecting something. Initially, she has offered to do this for her for free, and later on she started complaining like, well, for what I've done, I should have received this and that from her and all those things. I was like, this woman is paying school fees to people that she met for the first day over here in Ghana. She is helping families all over this place. When she was in US, she was sending monies and supporting this same lady during the COVID. You see, so I told her, like, you have no problem with this woman giving you something. But I thought you told her, you want to do this from your heart.
No, and that's something, this is why I'm making this a precautionary tale. And listen, I'm not crying and I'm not beat down by it, although I have restructured, believe me.
Well, honestly, all of us have learned.
Yeah.
From this experience.
I've learned.
I myself, I don't employ people to cook for me to pay.
And
I don't even like. I don't have washing machine. We use we do a manual. I always wash my clothes bit by bit. I've never engaged anybody that I've paid. You see, so when she came, you have to let me go there. Not all the food I'm able to cook. I just cook 2 or 3 meals for her. And she like these people, so like we try to employ some people to come and do this. We pay them. Even she wants us to pay more. If some of you could recall, we did a video, but she wanted to pay huge amount of money for a day. I was like, no, this is Ghana. This is okay. You see, so she is very good when it comes to giving. I've sometimes argue with her. This is too much. You don't have to blah blah. But we've learned from it. We've learned that people always want to make a way when they get an opportunity, and it's like.
And that's the word. They see you as an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
and not as a new friend. This is an opportunity to get connected to a larger network.
Very good.
To get a bigger financial boost. I thought I was blessing her. I feel like she was looking for a boost. I mean, whatever it is, that friendship tax, that friendship is so I've restructured. So much so that listen, I don't want anybody to do anything for me. Don't dash me nothing. Don't give me nothing. I'll tell me what it costs. You want me to have some of your ice cream? Send me 5 or 6. What do you sell them for? Okay. You got cloth? Okay. How much does that cost? If I want it, I take it. If I don't want it, don't leave it here. He had a lady that she wanted me to see her cloth. He took me to see the cloth. I saw the cloth. I wasn't ready for the cloth. I told her, not now, but when I'm ready. Oh, no, I trust you. You can take it with you. See, that's that friendship tax. You are such a great person. Now, she would have done that with none of the Ghanaian women here. She wanted me to take this cloth with me. I refused it. She saw him by himself. She sent a child. The cloth set up in here after I fussed at him. It set up in here at least a month. We never set the money. The one time I wanted to send the money, Isaac wanted to do something different with the money. Okay. So finally, she sent somebody out of frustration and irritation to collect the cloth. And I told him, don't you ever do that again. The reason I didn't take the cloth. No,
I think she sent for the monies. And I told her, well, my wife wasn't.
Oh, I thought she sent for the cloth. Because
she sent so
I wasn't giving her nothing. She was not going to strong arm me to take cloth that I clearly told her in a respectful, loving fashion I was not ready
and to be honest with you, I've been possibly like, she keeps on. I said, no, when she's ready, I will come for it. So friendship that very day is like, no, she sent us a daughter. Go and bring it up. Like,
text. Okay, so that situation, his maternal aunt wants to cook for me. I love her. I love her cooking. And I recently considered it because I said, okay, I need someone sometimes. I cannot even get myself to let her come and do that for free. She says, I've done so much for the family, she can't imagine charging me. I said, no, what do you charge? I had already crunched the numbers, come up with an amount. She doesn't even know this. He probably don't even know it. That I was going to pay her. She won't take it. So I said, you know what? Thank you, but no thanks. If it's not business, if we don't crunch those numbers and come up with an amount, I don't want to be bothered with it. I don't want to be bothered with it. I've been through too much with that issue because you say it's free, you say you have transport, you're okay, you just want to do it for me, then I find out later that you're kind of frustrated that I didn't somehow want to give you something to say thank you. And I thought this was a gift. That's the tax. So I'm not really any adult woman's friend here. I'm not anybody's enemy per se. I have accepted that I'm sort of in this no man's land, and I'm okay with that. When I need the camaraderie, the deep camaraderie of my girlfriends, I call home, we video chat, and I've had, a couple of visits, you know what I'm saying, of people. I'm okay. So I am naturally a social introvert. I do enjoy my own company. Most often, of course, I have my best friend, my nemesis, my travel partner, Gia Boo. So I have my hands full in that respect. And this is a baby marriage, so I'm working on those aspects and my teaching and my creativity. But in terms of just the joy of knowing good women, just the joy. I think about the women of Gaba and Uganda and the joy I had, even with the language barriers, them taking me under their wing and each week training me and sharing with me with no tax. We really legitimately got to enjoy and know one another. And I loved on them and they loved on me. And when we did it on our own terms, based off of our own gifts and finances, and I just sort of missed that. I missed that. I had hoped deeply for that to be here in Ghana, but there is a little bit more edge here in Ghana, in Ghana, West Africa, that I find is not necessarily in East Africa. So I want to warn people, be careful about that friendship tax. Be careful about people that all of a sudden want to dash you something, want to give you something, want to help you with something out of nowhere, particularly if they're women. Because the men, you know, that they want something, and they'll let you know they can do something. The women kind of slink in a little softer, and it's not good. It's not good to not have value and wanting to just meet a new spirit and grow and develop and share. That's not good. Even my toy lady, the lady I've been buying toys from, who I taught her how to select the toys, taught her who Fisher Price was and who Leapfrog was, and which dials were expensive because they're antique, and which ones this is some junk. Even she has begun to what?
Kind of take advantage of
tax me. So instead of the prices staying consistent, and instead of her seeing it like, oh, this lady, unlike my fellow Ghanaian women, upgraded me and alerted me to a blessing, she's decided she would come here every week with toys that she set aside for me. And each week I noticed the prices just kind of went up.
Quadrupled.
They just went up. So I finally confronted her. We pulled out 2 dials. We're looking at the dials. This one is 20 CDs. Okay, this one's 20 CDs. We get to one is 30 CDs. The other one is 40 CDs. I hold them up. What's the difference between these 2 dials? No, this one is 30. This one. What's the difference? Well, this one's a doctor. I said, you didn't even know what this dial was. I told you this was Dr. Miss Stuffings. I told you she was part of a television series. I told you who she was.
And I must tell you, sometimes I think she
think I talk too much.
Yeah, she talks too much. This is Ghanaians. Well, it started for me. I keep on telling you, it started when she exposed this lady to a huge blessings. She saw a dial.
I saw an authentic Cabbage Patch dial.
Yeah.
I lovingly told the girl she was going to sell it to me for 20 Ghana.
20 Ghana
And
cedis.
I said, no, hold it, because this is a far more expensive dial.
Yeah, she told her she's going to give her 200 Ghana cedis.
And I gave her half of that because I told her I could sell it. And I sent it when my goddaughter came. I sent it back to the U.S. to be placed on eBay. I won't even feel that 250 Ghana. Believe me.
And you know what? Let me tell you, when she offered her that money, the lady started crying. I'm sure she has never. Who is going to give you this?
Well, I mean, I think that each individual, each spirit gets to be their authentic self, and
So this lady thought maybe she has monies so much that even
if I hadn't done that, she still would have thought I had money, because they're so obsessed with the West. They're so obsessed with America and media that you literally could have spent your last dollar swimming across the Atlantic to get here, and they'll still tell you you're a millionaire.
Yep. A day that you met you met this lady, and you offered that 200 Ghana cedis instead of 20 cedis that she asked for. Even with the 20 cedis, a Ghanaian will ask her, what is the last price of it? We do. Ghanaians watching this video, you can testify.
She can tell.
She said 20 cedis. I'm selling it for 20 cedis, and we will bargain. Okay, let me give you 15 cedis. Let me give you 10 cedis. But she was like, no, I'm going to offer you 200.
Because
let me finish my thought. So this is, I'm just making a point. It's not like
they exploit each other. Yeah. So make your exploitive point.
So she couldn't believe it, and she started crying. That day she started crying. Within like few hours, my wife came and told me that this lady wants her to adopt her child. I was like, yeah.
No, not one, both. And I told her no.
Both?
No.
Well,
I said, are you still having sex with your husband?
Yeah.
So she said yes.
Yeah. So
I said, well then we're not solving the problem.
Yeah. So this kind of.
You don't want your children.
Yeah. Her good heart to kind of, help this lady to raise some monies. Open this woman's mind in such a way that now she collects and come, and it's like before she leaves, she has sold around 50 Ghana cedis. She will be on the
first of all, he don't know what she sold, but she sold more than she would in the sun. And I get donations from U.S. citizens who like the work that I'm doing with children and send me money. I use that money on what they ask me to use it for, on the things that they're supporting. So I never feel bad about any money I've given her. He knows, from dolls to games to toys. Who uses them?
No, the children.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And where I used to have a little, I have a lot. And I have supported her, and in supporting her, I've also gotten a lot of activities and things in his children's hands. So I'm not going to apologize for that. But what he's saying is my kindness unleashed a monster.
Very good.
And so,
very good.
So what should be the precautionary tale to the U.S. citizen? When you come here, be mean to them?
No.
Be cold to them? Be stingy with them? Study them, watch them. That's the way you all engage with one another.
Yeah.
Why do I have to mimic this ugly, ugly, ugly behavior that you have towards one another?
Well, that is not it. But to be honest with you, people may not be happy with it. But most of our, market women or people who sell in the market, most of them are corrupt.
Listen, I can't speak to whether they're corrupt or not. Although I'm not capable of going to the market by myself, because most of them will try to cheat me. Yeah. But I don't know that they cheat everyone.
You can testify.
Oh, I definitely can testify.
No, they do it to us. They do it to us. Especially, I do go to the markets.
What's feeding the corruption?
What our women?
Did it come from Pluto? Did corruption come from Mars? Why would the toy lady want to get over on the person that taught her how to select top prime toys?
Yeah, because she had been engaging with other women.
No, because your poverty level is on steroids. There's nothing good about poverty. Nothing. And for many people, this is a 70% Christian nation with the equal amount of poverty. So you all don't murder. You're not running around here pillaging and raping and burning villages. That's not happening. You just slick. But when I called her out, what happened when I called her out?
Well, I was in the room. You told me what happened, and I was glad you made it plain to her, so that next time when she comes around, she will be very, very
the same thing that
cautious.
happened when Jesus called them out. Ma'am, those men I saw you with are not your husband. Get out of here. Go home and don't let me see you over here no more. She got up and she left, right? She knew. He knew what she was, who she was, why she was. She was embarrassed. And I told her, I said, I'm not buying dolls for a while. I'm not buying anything for a while. These toys here, I'm not going to pay for. These, I'll send you when I'm ready. When I'm ready, I'll forward you the money. Is that okay with you? Or you can take them with you. She said, okay. Because she knows I'm good to my word. If I say I'm going to give it, I'm going to give it. Everything doesn't just have to be over punishment and cruelty. I do think the worst of us can grow. Otherwise, it's all useless. It's all useless. He wants me to take on their mindset. Doggy dog. I refuse to do it. But I have restructured. So I don't want the gifts. From children, yes. The children bring me lollipops and all kinds of treats they bring me. They're very, very loving to me. Drawings and letters and whatever they can think of, they gift me. I love their gifts. I love them and I savor them. But the adults, I want them to be business. And I listen to my husband's cue. This is the last story I'll tell. I had taught a woman how to make the 4-in-1 bonnet. So instead of just the bonnet, you make the bonnet without the big brim, and you're able to make the cloth where you can crisscross it and turn it into a really attractive hair wrap and crown. This is some U.S. stuff. This is what we do, okay? For the women who want to have a little savoir-faire, this is what we do. I taught the woman gave me a price. For the bonnet she had already created was with 30 CDs. If I brought my own cloth, it was 20 CDs. I had her make 8. When I sent my husband, she fully expected me to come collect them. I did not. I sent him. and she hemmed and hawed with him because what, Isaac?
Well, she wanted to make more money, so I guess, because when I got the accent, you know, she started. She was like, well, we had. I told her I'm coming for the what do you call it, bonnet or bonnets, and she was like, we are not done with the money issue. I said, how much do we owe you? I told her, how much do we owe you? And she was like, I'm coming. So I waited for her.
Coming.
She brought up those things, and I was like, are you done with your calculations? He said, well, excuse, just give me a few minutes. I waited. So when she got them, I was like, how much? She was like, well, I said 30 Ghana cedis, but she said it was too much, and I said 25. She said it was fine. So we ended up 20 cedis. I just gave her the money. Okay. Because you see, I really don't understand.
First of all, the woman lied on me. I don't barter, so we never had I complained. It went down. So he knew that she was corrupt when she did that.
Yeah.
So now he has forbid me, and I love all of them. He has forbid me from doing additional work with her.
Yeah, because we have experienced other people, and I told her, now since we have known how these things work, we should know where this is going to lead to.
And I feel the exact opposite. I said, listen, I know who she is now. She can never charge me higher than 30 Ghana, and she's never going to go lower than 20 Ghana. I can identify her now. So I feel completely safe working with her.
Yeah, but when you start coming to her for more, she will think you are making monies with this somewhere.
It doesn't matter what she thinks. This is the bottom line. She can never charge me more than 30 Ghana. And I know she's not going lower than 20 Ghana. Anywhere in between that is fine with me. But he has forbidden me. He told me who I could ask. I've asked the other person. They're working on this project. And so pretty soon those will be added to Wonderland's Naturals, and others will be able to buy it using that good Ghanaian cloth. Mm-hmm. So we're wrapping up. Friendship tax. I'm an American girl living here in Ghana, and I've just come to the reality that for the most part I have not made any genuine deep friendships with women. Mm-hmm. And that there's a potential that might be how it is for quite some time. So for women coming here, I just want to tell you that I don't care if y'all share Sobolo, coconut ice cream, fufu, it doesn't matter. There's a little piece of them looking at you like an opportunity as opposed to a new relationship.
Well, before we go, I would like you to know that our Etsy
Wonderland Naturals.
Yeah, Wonderland's Natural is on fire. A lot of people have visited the place.
You all have been beautiful supporting me. I love it.
Beautiful. And we have authentic Ghanaian herbal medicines, natural, 100% natural foods that we produce ourselves. Yeah. No color, no additives, and you are actually drinking something to heal your body.
I'll put the link in the description. I keep saying I'm going to do it and I never do it. I'll put the link in the description. Look at you doing a shout out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, well, do your best. Check on our page. Recommend the page to somebody. And let's move on. Thank you very much.